Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of inbl. inbl, inbl, inbl. The 8th episode of inbl. Today we have 4 different screens. The first screen is from the 9th of July. I was out running in the rain. The second, or the the Windows that's marked with a 2 is from the 1st of July. And there was some American Power Tour thing going on. That's why they had this starting at the beginning of the race. It wasn't for me, it was for the cars. And window A and window B are from the 13th June. It was I recorded on a Tuesday. Usually I record on Saturdays, but because of the Vätternrundan and the Tjejvättern, I couldn't really run this track during the weekend, so I was forced to put in a time during the week. So I did a run on Tuesday. And it was, I think this was the first recording I made again without a cameraman to help. My cameraman had some health issues, but he's back now, and you'll see footage of me from another person's angle at the next video. Anyhow, in case you haven't heard it yet, INBL is an abbreviation for Inför nya broloppet. That in English becomes something like preview for the new bridge race or preparations for the new bridge race. Kind of depends on how you translate it. And that's what these videos are. Basically me running, trying to beat my time. I'm running the same track as I will do at the race. And today we don't have a shot at the race. We don't have footage from the race because I figured I've shown that like 8 times so far. I have a original clip from when I ran the race with the audio from me running, and then I have it on every episode of inbl before this episode. So I figured we might give it a break this time and just show you some more footage of me running, or some more footage of running from my perspective. There's a tongue twister for me. Maybe not a tongue twister, but a tongue twister for me. Yes. Please don't pay too much attention to window B. I've noticed that it causes some nausea. You get kind of nauseous from watching it. It's all the movement, I guess. The camera movement. So you'll probably feel better if you keep your focus on shot 1, 2, and A. And then my phone went black. I have notes on my phone to know what to say when I run out of words. Well, right now in the shots, it seems like shot number 2 is in the lead. Shot number 1, I'm tying my shoelaces. Oh yeah, I figured out there's a simple solution to that. I think I figured it out maybe after this race. I'll just have to, well, you die, how do you call it, the bow of the knot, you tie it in another knot, and then, well, you shoot lights won't go up, and you won't need to tie them during your run. Unless, of course, you didn't tie them tight enough, and the shoe feels kind of loose. Then you have to do more untying. There's a lot of water on the lens at shot number 1. Shot number 2 still in the lead. Shot number A in second place, and shot number 1 at last place. Oh, and there you saw the bridge from below at shot B. Taking a sip of water. Yeah, not in the video, but me just now. Yeah, well, the point of these preparations and the point of me trying to run the race is because I came in 19th place last year, and I figured I try for the best. Oh, I met another runner there at the A shot. I don't know, at the window A. What do you call it? Screen A? Yeah, angle A. There's someone walking in the rain at shot number 1. And me tying my shoelaces at shot number 2. Is shot number 2 still in the lead? Yeah, I believe shot number 2 is still in the lead, yeah. A bit in front of everyone. Or is A maybe in the lead? Yeah, A! Shot number... Yeah, A. A's first, 2 second, and 1's last. Yeah, anyhow, considering things are not going good for me, I was going to go for gold. My goal this year was to come in first, so I needed to improve on my time, and I needed to make an improvement on 5 minutes. I've made an improvement on 1 minute in 10 months, which leaves me with 2 months to improve my time with 4 minutes, and well, that just doesn't seem very possible. So I started a diet because I read somewhere online that for every kilo you lose, you run about 2 to 3 seconds faster every kilometer. And so if I lose 16 kilos, that could improve my time with 4 minutes, but I haven't seen that much result from the diet. I have lost some weight, but yeah, I should have been like a minute faster already because of the weight loss, and I've only improved a couple of seconds, like I think 15 seconds or something like that, 16 seconds. And I can't tell if it's from the weight loss or if it's from me just running faster because I'm getting more used to run faster or something like that. The diet I'm starting on, I've taken up 16/8 fasting, so I eat all my meals in a window of 8 hours, and then I fast for 16 hours. So no breakfast for me. And no snacks after 8 p.m. And well, I don't know. I talked with a friend, and he said that people don't eat breakfast outside of Scandinavia, I think he said. And I thought, well, British people eat breakfast. They eat eggs and bacon, don't they? But I don't know if this is correct or if it's just a misunderstanding. He said they eat brunch at like 11 a.m. I don't know. And don't Americans eat breakfast? Like pancakes for breakfast and stuff? Or is that later on the, what's it, not afternoon, but before noon? Times in English. I don't even know. When, yeah, does one eat breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m.? Or is it later on? Tell me if you know. And is it really good to skip breakfast? I don't know. Ever since I was little, I've heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So you should also always eat your breakfast. But now it seems like breakfast really isn't that important. Were we lied to all our youth? Or were people just misguided? Didn't know that we don't really need breakfast? They couldn't do without? And well, my working hours start at 5 p.m. and I don't eat until 12. So that's 7 hours of work without no food, and I thought, oh, that's going to be hard. But I found it pretty easy actually, and I think I kind of worked even harder because I needed to keep myself busy to not think of the hunger. And now I think my body's kind of get used to the idea of not getting any food for 16 hours. So I don't feel that much hunger before 12 o'clock. Is it noon? I think it's called noon. 12 o'clock? 12 a.m.? That's noon, right? Yeah, I think it's noon. So, do any of you guys have opinions about breakfast? Is breakfast important? Do you need breakfast? Yeah, and it's also what is it? I wouldn't recommend this fasting idea for everyone because you need to have some discipline. You will feel hunger sometimes, and when you do, it's important not to give in to your instincts and start eating, but fight through. And I know some people get grumpy when they're hungry, and then fasting maybe isn't the best idea. Oh, and now we see clip A is lacking behind. Clip 2 is in the lead, and clip 1 is shortly behind now. It's gaining. My latest run. Yeah. Time I made a whole race last year was 21 minutes and 15 seconds. And before these recordings, my best time was 21 minutes. Now I managed to push this down to 20:47 two times on Tuesdays when I made no recordings, of course. So that made me wonder if it was the camera, because I wasn't wearing any camera on my forehead on Tuesdays when I made the run. So maybe that was making the difference. Maybe I was running faster because I was running without the camera. But so I
think it's clip number 1 here, where I'm trying to prove this theory wrong. I'm trying to push myself to run fast even though I'm wearing a camera. And I'm trying to beat the time. I'm aiming for under 21 minutes. And if I remember correctly, I made it at, well, it was under 21 minutes. I could actually check this. Just doing some construction there, building some kind of house. Will be interesting to see in a couple of months. Yeah, there's still time before the race. There's like 2 months before the race, and I don't know, when I started the diet it was like 3 months, and I've almost been on a diet. I've almost been on a diet for a month now, and there's 2 months left, and I kind of feel that like that's a lot of time because I don't know, I'm trying to stay away from bread and from pizza and other stuff that's, well, not good for you. Oh, here we have it. It was, no, I think I made an error. It was the 8th of July, not the 9th. I think I said the 9th of July at the start of the video. Scratch that. It was the 8th of July. So, footage number 1 is from the 8th of July. And I managed to run around in, well, just about under 21 minutes. 20:56. So, not as good as the 2 Tuesdays before that, but, well, it's under 21, so I'm pretty satisfied with it. And the Tuesday after that run, I didn't do as good. It was, well, I woke up that Tuesday with cramps in one of my legs, and kind of left me feeling uncertain of my leg. So when I started running, I was afraid I might injure myself. So I didn't push myself that hard at the beginning of the race, and well, at the later half I kind of needed to use the bathroom, so I couldn't push myself harder at the last part either, so ended up running in over 22 minutes. A terrible time. But it was real bad circumstances. I'll have to blame that. Oh, and we are nearing the end of the race. Right now, footage number 2 is behind footage number 1. I think soon you'll be able to see the motor cars coming in, arriving at the road that's parallel to the one that's I'm running on. A lot of people outside probably going to the motor car power show, or whatever it is. I'm not really into cars that much. Oh, there, a red car. Not the usual kind you see in Sweden. Yeah, I don't really care much about cars. They're good for transportation, and well, I prefer to use my bike if I can. Gives me more exercise, and and otherwise it's nice to run. Not really practical if you're going to get from one point to another, or visit a friend or someone coming all sweaty. Nearing the end of the race. Some water drops on the camera lens, blurring the vision on footage number 1. Footage number 2. And here's the footage number 1 is coming in at the last part. I'm really trying to give my all these last few meters, because last year when I made the race, I remember someone ran past me and I was trying to catch up to him, and I was catching up to him, but then he was putting on a fight, and I was trying to fight it, but then just before the finish line I kind of gave up and slowed down, and didn't really give it my all to get into go on. I'm not really satisfied with that, so I'm trying to push it to make it a habit to remember. Yeah, and as you can see, I finished first at the footage number 1, and then at footage number 2, and kind of getting in there. Oh, look at my facial expression at Clippy. Then look away fast before you get nauseous. Yeah, that's some race or some running. Eat the camera. Yum yum.